Lalitendra, you can record today's session. Okay, fine. So just keep your record so that we don't miss that one happened earlier. So just keep a record. If somebody else is also recording, that is also fine. But we should have some record. Okay. God bless you.
Pranam RPA.
Pranam, Monica.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam, Shraddhanjali. All right, let us start our today's session. Today is 3rd of June, 2023. And today is also full moon day. So after our learning session, so we will be having our full moon meditation today in the second half. When we do that, our meditation, we'll do the full moon meditation today. And this is Jeshta Purnima. So we'll be doing that. So today, let us go to today's topic of discussion. So topic of discussion is go with the flow and trust our life plan. So before we come to that, let us take some kind of, there's some companies, they call it stock taking. Means whatever we have, let us check that and see what is there, what is not there, how much is missing, what needs replenishment, and also even the bank also, they do, I think once in 6 months they close for checking their accounts, and all the manufacturing units or warehouses, they do that. So time to time we need to do our own stock taking. So how we are living life, what is happening and what is not happening. And why so? Let us examine. And so that is, it is time to time, it is important for the stock taking. So reviewing our own life, and that is a good idea time to time, and that's what let us do that. That through our life experiences, all of us, we have experiences of life, yeah. And this you can take it as a just background to come to today's topic and what is there. I'm just coming with a normal self-assessment of our own lives. So it is true that all of us, we want it to be, we want a successful, joyful, happy life, and that's absolutely fine. That's what it's all coming from. That we are going to. That is all our life. We are aspired to do that, and we'll be keep on doing that. That is absolutely fine. Okay. Now let us see. Do it to lead what is so-called successful and happy, joyful life. What are the avenues we took? The avenues we took makes the difference. That the conclusion will come later on. So let us see what we do. Yeah, so we go and buy things and objects of we desire, and we have our relationship needs, and we try to develop relationship with many people and different types of relationships, and then we like to progress with our profession or our business or whatever. We want to grow and do more, earn more, and that has been equated to our success, etc., etc. So all are fine. But what we, through those experiences, what we learn is mostly that we have to manage process. We try to control the so-called manage money. Those are relatively easier. Then when we come to the managing people, then we face little difficulty. And finally, when we try to manage the outcome of whatever our efforts, then most of the time, most of the expected or whatever we plan, whatever we go. Yeah. So this is what I mentioned that in the question that why we try to control everything in our life, because we wanted to be happy, we wanted to be successful, we wanted to be prosperous, and we have to grow and all this. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, and that's what we realize that we need to control. So, and then are we successful to gain full control? As I mentioned, maybe we become successful in controlling the material objects, another human being, or situations or outcome of something. We have very minimum control. Something unexpected thing happens, things doesn't go as per plan, and it is very, very common. So if you see that finally the outcome of this, the control, most of the outcome is not even satisfactory. So I'm not saying failure, but I'm saying not even satisfactory. They don't come up to the mark when it is acceptable as per our own self-created standard. If this is, if you everything you do, you got successful, all your plans are met, all your money targets are met, all your budgets are fully utilized or met, you get earning as per this, whatever job you want you get it, whatever relationship you want you get it, everything. If you get it, then you are in exceptional category. Okay, so then whatever, this particular discussion doesn't apply to you. Okay, so if not, okay, if not, then we need to examine. If everything goes as per your plan, as per your aspirations, as per your plan, you don't have to do bother about anything. Just enjoy your life. That's it. Yeah. If not, then our whatever our strategy, whatever our life, that is not working. At least because most of the things are not as per our satisfaction. We are not living a life of our where we can say that we are satisfied. So when this particular aspect, many people, the millions have tried. Nobody is full in this world. Everybody has got their own way to checking and to try to take stock. I was in the beginning, I was taking take stock of life and things that they come, and most of the time you come and at certain area of your life, you come and hit that blind lane or the wall. No way to go beyond that. You tried all over the things, all whatever is possible, and then finally you come and hit the wall, and then whatever method you knew, you applied, but nothing is working. You cannot do anything about it. Yeah. So that means that there are something which are the bigger forces in work here. You are whatever your resolve, your power or your willpower, your effort or whatever, that's not good enough to solve everything in your life. There must be something beyond that, which because of that area may not be understood, or that may so that is not allowing to go, and that's what we face. So today's discussion is about that. From that, if that is your experiences, then let us examine. Let us examine the strategy itself, because our strategy, whatever we applied earlier, it did not work. We hit with at certain stage, certain point, we hit some solid wall that it cannot go beyond that. So it didn't work. It is our normal tendency that we keep trying the same thing. In earlier session, I was explaining, we keep approaching the same issue in the same way, and ultimately lead to the similar result. So there's something fundamentally it is we need to look at. We have to course correction of our path, so that we get that the outcome, favorable outcome, so that we don't hit any stumbling block on the way. And even if the block is there is no way we can bypass it. So that means we are stuck. So this fundamentally one part here in wanted to focus on, that we wanted to, the whole thing came, whatever the sequence of events, we wanted to control things. So we have to control our whatever we have, and what we control the way, things like that. We want to control other people so that they behave the way we want. You want to, the similar way, we want to control that desired outcome, so it is go to reach there. And even in the name of management, we have been taught to do that. Things need to be controlled and managed to get the desired outcome. Yeah, so that's what we are taught in the business schools. There's nothing wrong there, but question is, did the work? My personal experience, our personal experience, if you take stock taking in our life, most of the cases it didn't. Okay. So then maybe our approach was fundamentally flawed, the trying to control everything. So then let us see that from where this control thing has developed in us. Why we need to control everything? Why feel hard that we need to think it? We have to put, rules and regulations and laws and, create some, scenarios so that everything fall into place and go in a certain directions and things like that. Yeah. Why need to do that in everything in life? Like we need to control, of course, what we have and manage our children, manage our spouses and the relatives and the friends and professionally the colleagues and management and the bosses and everybody, subordinates, everything we need to control. We need to manage. So let us see from, as I mentioned just a little earlier, that we tried whatever best possible we tried. So, but ultimately, most of the time it didn't work. We didn't get the desired result. Yeah, that is the fact. That is the truth. So now we are checking that so why we have to control things. Then we'll see if we lift the control, what could have happened. Yeah, so then we will go to that. So now I'm examining from where this attitude of controlling things has developed. Okay, so let us do some research. This, if we trust everything, that everything will run on its own perfectly, then the urge of controlling will not come. Okay, controlling, the impulse to control things comes when we don't trust that it will give me desired results automatically. We don't trust the system, we don't trust the people, we don't trust the quality of what we have, and we don't trust that automatically I will have more to get whatever I wanted. We don't trust that things will happen. We don't trust that I will get the necessary support, whatever I need, and so on and so forth. So every sphere of our life, we don't trust that things will happen. So we need to control to make it happen the way we want. So then, if that is the case, if we don't trust, then let us see from where this mistrust has grown up. If we study the mistrust about the system, about the people, about these things, I'm not saying right and wrong here. I'm not saying that you are wrong. I'm saying because we are stock taking about ourselves. So let us see from where the element of mistrust others or things outside us has developed. So mistrust has been developed because of the element within us which is feeling unsafe, not secured. So when we feel that we are not safe, any damage can happen, then the possibility of damage create that mistrust. And then that mistrust ultimately lead the urge to control things. Yeah. So unsafe, the feeling of unsafe about that external world or things around us, or family situation, political situation, or whatever, or financial situation or professional situation, why we feel unsafe and where it came. This, if you trace back, all of us, we have a different way of feeling unsafe in certain area of our life. I'm not saying it is same for everybody. We are not robots. We have our own unique characteristics. So our way of feeling unsafe is different, and it's quite possible. Some people feel more unsafe about money. Some people feel more unsafe about relationships. Some people more unsafe about their own health conditions and their own abilities, or people feel unsafe about depending on somebody else, or they cannot take help and things like that. So there are different ways we feel unsafe about these things. So if we drill down about from where that this feeling unsafe has came, that you track back, go back to your childhood, you may find that in your childhood, so suppose you face some adverse situation in life. Suppose you go for to play a game in the park. You're playing game, and as a child, and you find that some of the which are the more elder than you, so they were bullying you, or they just try not to take you in their game, or so you wanted to participate, but you are not allowed to, or somebody maybe shouted at you. So when you see, you are just child, you are an innocent child, and when you see these things happening, or something maybe happen in the school, the playground, let us take the playground example. Something happened and somebody, didn't take you to their, play, or say said, no, you are too young, and you are a child and you cannot join us, and think whatever the reason and cause. Then you feel upset, and what is your normal reaction at the time of childhood? You come back, run back home, and maybe tell your parents or whoever is there. But then let us again find out, as a child, why you run back to home? Because you feel unsafe there. You didn't feel that you have been accepted there. It is not comfortable there. So your zone of safety is your home. So that's why you came back home. You may not have done it consciously, but that is your normal reaction. If you come back home with that, and you will find that you realize slowly, even if you come to look for a safety, but you didn't get that help you wanted to sort out the issues on the playground or the school or whatever it is, in that way, maybe you are told don't go for play there, or no, don't go there, and you may be exposed to that, so you stop going to the playing field. So the consequences become negative, and more imposition on your freedom, and you like to play but you could not go, and neither your problem is solved. And the way the solution given, it is not, you don't like it. So what happened is that your feeling of unsafe in the playing field remained. You're the feeling unsafe in the external world. To get the safety, you came back home, but you didn't get the solution there. What you wanted, what we are looking for, you didn't get. So that uncomfortable, unsafe feeling remain in your system. Yeah. these kind of scenarios might you might have had maybe few hundred times in your childhood. Maybe you don't consciously remember. Okay. But that kind of, or you have been given too much of restriction, don't do this, don't go there, don't eat that, don't, no. Okay. So then you developed as a child, when you are open to full receptive, you developed a pattern that external world is unsafe. I cannot be comfortable in the external world. So first is the feeling unsafe. Then from there, what are your experiences during the childhood? You develop the external world or the people outside cannot be trusted. Okay, so because they're creating some scenario where all your joys of life, you just wanted to simply have to play, you have to participate in the game, but you are not allowed to. And the drama that unfold after that, it put you into more restrictions, more, stringent rules and laws and applicable to you. And it is just like it is also, some cutting the wings, So you have this cutting the wing thing happen many times in your childhood. So you develop this pattern, your childhood conditioning, that external world is bad and unsafe. And then slowly, what happened? You go into your own personality development started happening. Then that your own intelligence, of course, we are all intelligent beings, so our intelligence comes into play. That unfulfilled desire of us to enjoying life, and the element that external world is unsafe, and you cannot trust anybody, it's already ingrained into you. And then your ego developed. Yes, ego developed that time. Okay. When your personality developed, your intelligence developed, that is the formation of your ego. And this ego doesn't want to lose, because we have our inherent purpose to enjoy life. So ego takes that responsibility. Okay, I wanted to enjoy life, and it is my responsibility to make sure that happens. Okay. Okay, should I repeat this part? I think let me repeat.
Yes, Guruji.
For childhood experiences, ego developed, and unfulfilled desires, that external world is bad, we feeling unsafe is there, and ego has started developing itself. So there cannot be any better project to ego to deal with this. I'm just a simple, honestly, I wanted to enjoy life. As a child, I wanted to play. What's wrong with it? All external world that people I cannot trust, and this is unsafe and big bad world. But I need to satisfy myself. Yeah. So it has become a project for an ego. So an ego, as I said, I don't want to lose, I have to win. Then it comes like, मैं तो लेके ही रहूंगा. So I will make sure that I get it what I want. Yeah. So you see how the things develop in us, all of us. Yeah. You need not tell anyone. I know what happened, and you also know. You analyze, you contemplate, you will know. Maybe I have given the game example, maybe there is something else happened, but definitely this kind of thing happened. Now, in this, how ego will make sure that it gets what he wants. That's where the control takes entry into our life. It takes control, it makes sure that external world need to be controlled. So then it finds its way, uses intelligence or whatever resources it has. If somebody is, born rich, he has money or his power, his influence, or Then the sense of intelligence, it may be reflected as a manipulating system, manipulating people and things like that. Because the ego is taking all what it have as a tools to get it whatever it wants. Because the external world need to be controlled to get the desired outcome. It cannot give automatically. The experiences so far does not proven that it will give automatically whatever you wanted. Yeah. Okay. So then ego goes into the spree of controlling things and the taste of the blood. Something it becomes successful. You managed to pass through this, clear some obstacles and get it. Maybe it happened few cases. You get it, whatever you wanted. That sense of satisfaction, that sense of power, that sense of fulfillment, take you go for more and more and more. Okay. And these things, then ego goes on a spree of killing all the enemies. It tasted the blood. So it depends people to people that how much we go and where we go and what happens. So you enter into the territory of getting it whatever you wanted. And we become so much, some of us, not everybody, so much that we don't mind in breaking and bending any rule or external world to worldly rules, and by hook or crook, we like to get it whatever we wanted. And ego cannot wait either. I want these things and I wanted it now. Because of there are many of us has developed, it's a different discussion. I'm just telling a little bit, maybe it is interesting. Whole industry, the marketing industry developed just to feed these egos to sell their product. Yeah? Just I'm telling you, just for information. Fast, you are hungry, get a pizza in 30 minutes, something like that. Yeah. So, or instantly beautiful, you apply something, get instantly beautiful, or something of that. Many things have been developed. All right, anyway, so, but the question is not about who, done what and all this. That's not the topic of today. We are analyzing ourselves. What happened? Then we become so much addicted with our ego. You can say we are absorbed into that, what is called the addiction of being successful. We are addicted and intoxicated with the success, one after another, and then we cannot lose it. Many people say, I cannot lose. This is also a game happens with us for some time. Yeah? So this thing, some of the at the young age, maybe that was quite okay. So we don't care about if somebody get hurt or something happens. And we don't care as long as our ego is satisfied. I'm happy, and that's it. So then one point of time it comes when all we know, all we apply. We applied, we tried, different techniques applied, still didn't happen. We have full expertise into that. Maybe 100 times the same trick happened. This time, no. This is the time when it start happening in that, then our ego got hurt, and ego becomes, it's called like a wounded tiger. It becomes even more ferocious. Some people in this particular stage become like a criminal, mentality that develops within them, and so they themselves become very dangerous. And so that kind of thing, they become narcissists. They become, getting some sadistic pleasure in giving other people pain. That is also another flip side of this kind of things happens if it persists, that kind of ego. But end of it is a fact that it didn't happen the way we try to control, most of the things will not happen. And slowly, that becomes more obvious. That becomes more like a norm rather than getting it whatever you wanted. There may be reasons, and which is, rightly so. Maybe our expectations become too high. Because we started getting and building up things. Betting just we wanted to commute from one place to another. Maybe normal car we don't want. We wanted very costly luxury car to travel purposes. So our expectation gone high. And if we wanted to eat something, maybe all the normal restaurant doesn't matter. We wanted to go to 5-star hotel. So we change our lifestyles and we go more and more in the name of happiness and whatever you want. Okay. Anyway, so then when it start firing it back on us, and then we slowly realize, first there is a possibility going to that track of completely lost our morality and character and all those kind of things, and go there by hook or crook to get it done. So, or we become more and more frustrated and develop the negativity of the life itself. But useless. And that is the time you normally check with others, somebody is posting some enjoying life in the Facebook, but my life is a dumb and dull. And all my your immediate family members, they are useless. And I have this, or somebody even go to in your fate, why I have on their parents and why I have born in this family. I'm not even whatever I deserve, it's not happening. Blame everybody except themselves. Anyway, but this is the time for one way it can go to completely negative and all, and then there is no way, nothing can be done. But if that is a time you realize that we need to do something about it, there must be something fundamentally flawed into the way I approached my life, then you start seeking meaning of life. And some of those who start seeking meaning of life, they try to get those things, they take into the spiritual path. Okay, so all of us here, we have done that and come to the spiritual path in search of a meaning. Who am I? What I am doing here? If this question has appeared, that is a starting point of your spiritual journey. Okay, so that is a different part altogether. But up to here, I think whatever I said so far, I hope that most of you should agree that this is the thing. And till now, if whatever I said, if anybody has any disagreement, this is not the type of thing normally happens, then you raise your hand, and I like to hear from you maybe a minute or so. If you have it, you have a full right. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is absolutely right thing. I just shared whatever is my view, and you have a right to say that if something different. I don't want to say yes, I'm also having same. I'm not asking that. If somebody is saying that no, whatever you say that is not matching because this is what feel, then you can just raise your hand, and then you may share that what is your view on this before I go further on the next part of it. Okay, Nirupam, yes, unmute and go ahead.
By mistake only. I raised my hand.
By mistake. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Roy, okay. Go ahead.
You see, this situation has happened to me in life also. And you see, it is sheer coincidence where same time when it has happened, I don't know from where, but I got some sort of a through media only. Maybe it is a WhatsApp forward, or maybe it's a video which I've got. And I still remember one of them. It is from the very famous southern rishi, South Indian rishi named Ramanna, I think.
Yeah, Ramana Maharshi.
Ramanna Maharshi, yes. And it is a sheer coincidence that these things came together when it had happened to me, the situation which you are saying. And Ramanna Maharshi says that whatever happens to you is because of your prarabdha.
Yeah.
You do whatever you try to prevent it, you cannot prevent it. And if something good has happened also, nobody can stop. So the best thing is to just be a witness to it and flow with time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not my original. This is it has happened to me. What you are saying, that I got stuck, and at the same time I got this through a media, and I accepted it. I didn't really sort of struggled or suffered. I said, let's not flow against the tide. I don't know if that is correct or you have some other solution, because I was very keen to see what sort of a solution you are coming up with.
Yeah. No. I will come to that. My solution part, I will do it in the next 10 minutes time. I will explain. But what I'm saying is, so far, whatever you are also confirming, the first part is matching with your experience.
100%.
For the time being, part, the
100%.
solution part that I have not come that yet. Huh? So
yes,
but
it's
the first
matching
part
100%.
you agree that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. WeAreOne, go ahead.
Guruji, what I have experienced is that mainly it is because of our ego only and our strong likes and dislikes that we want to control.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because we want things to happen in a particular fashion. So we use all methods, whether either to terrorize your subordinates to get to a particular result, or to your family members, emotional blackmail or something. It is all to satisfy and feed our ego. That whatever I am thinking is right and it has to be done and followed by everyone.
Yes.
So, where you had brought it out very clearly, that ego personality develops to take the responsibility of feeding your belief system that you are right. Thank you, Guruji.
Yeah. Okay. God bless you. All right. I think this particular portion, first hour, will be over in another 10 minutes time. Then I will go to the today's topic. So far, I just come to a level that you understand that from where I'm coming, because I feel it was important to understand what is there. Vani wanted to share something.
Guruji, I wanted to see that you say that the everybody wants, like somebody wants to control everything because of their ego, but sometimes I have experienced that some people want to control everything because they don't trust the others would do a good job with it.
So in your case, it is just a quality. They expected certain quality, they didn't get it. They want to enforce it to get the quality that person wanted. That's it. Yeah.
That is also ego, right? I mean,
correct.
Is that
is also ego. Yeah. It is my way or highway. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, that is ego. All right. So let me touch upon come to the actual thing. Now I start the another side. Yeah? All of us, we are spiritual beings on earth, and we come here to experience certain things. Not necessarily all experiences are pleasant, or all experiences are joyful or happy and things like that. By choice, at soul level, we have even come here to experience not so-called happy type, not so good experiences as well. There are some reasons. Some of them may be karmic. We wanted to settle the karmic things in the past lives, and some of the exceptionally difficult scenarios are created for us to come out as a stronger. We wanted to be more stronger. The soul has a plan. Before we take birth, all the relationships and all these issues, what are the type of intelligence we have, how much will be our economic background, what are the type of work we'll do, what are the type of achievements or non-achievements we'll be having so-called achievement, non-achievement, because soul level, all our experiences, all are planned for us. Okay, we meet people not by accident. It is soul's plan to meet with a certain thing. There are certain experiences that we get from that each and every things we meet, every person we meet, whether if it is a longer, then it is a close relations. If it is shorter, then it may be friend or colleague or something of that nature. If it is still shorter, then maybe just a visitor, or maybe we met somebody in a flight, or in an airport, or in a train, or something like that. If it's a brief experience or things like that, so that can happen. Yeah. So these things are already planned. Now, all of us, after we take birth, we have a free will. We can choose any path we like. By using our free will and the control mechanism, and we like, dislike, whatever developed in us, our ego wanted to push certain things in our life. If it does not match with our own life path, plan at the soul level to meet the higher purpose, we have to finish the journey at the shortest possible time, lifetimes possible. Want to push it, then we may be little successful in the beginning, but at the certain point of time, it will hit a roadblock because it is not as per our soul's plan. Soul's plan have a very higher, purpose in mind. Yeah. Maybe soul's purpose is, say, to in that particular life. So maybe developing us a what is called very big player. We wanted to be develop the sports and things, were successful in the sports and all. And that is the time you wanted to be, and say, instead of sports, you wanted to do something in the business and all. Be a big businessman, you have a big achievement, a big plan, and you wanted to push yourselves to earn more money and doing business and all. And then at a certain level, you will be finding yourself you're not being successful. A lot of stumbling blocks are coming, and you've not been able to pursue with the business. You say, what's wrong? Everybody does business. Why not me? The answer is, it is not you, because it is not in your plan. Okay. You are basically at the soul's path point of view, you are being diverted from your path. That's what you will, at a certain stage, you will feel that stumbling block is coming and all these things. It is not about good and bad. It is following your own path, your own unique path. If you wanted to be business, thing, if you selected at the soul level, we have a free will at the soul level as well. If that is the plan has been happened, you could have easily, get into that, and you get a lot of luck, a lot of success and things like that. If it is not happening, the life is giving you signal you have taken a wrong path. From your life perspective, path itself, there is no good and bad, but it is not good for you. It is not right for you in this life. If you push too much of it, and if you create too much of desire, then what will happen is, it will be that particular desire, unfulfilled desire, will be part of your next life plan. In other words, if too much you push in one direction, even if you are not getting too much desire, then you are creating some karma there. It will go to that karmic account, and that karma will be fulfilled in your next life. Not this life. This life is already planned, okay, earlier. So too much of effort may give little result. I'm not saying that nothing can happen, but it will be difficult because it is not as per your soul's plan, and it is not the direction you have already chosen, before coming to that. So in this case, too much of pushing something, or you wanted to, develop relationship with somebody, if it is not in your soul plan, there will be a lot of obstacle and it will not happen. And then that unfulfilled desire will become another karma for the next life that to happen. Okay. So in this case, you will have a lot of displeasure into this life, and because you are not following the right path, so that's why the success and things like that will not come. And also, right path doesn't mean it is quick and instant. So maybe your path is to go for the next stage in the 5 years period. You wanted it tomorrow, it will not happen, because it will go as per that path. You wanted to Just have that kind of experience in the 5 years time period, and that will happen. It will be played out that way. It will be, you will be getting the what is called the connections and the things in that way, so that you fulfill that as per the soul's plan. So that is the thing. As I said, in the free will you can change the path, but most of the time you will feel obstacles. So whatever your ego tells, that controlling and this, that, all, nothing will work, because it was not in your original path. Okay. Now the next important question will be that, can we change the soul's path? The question is yes, you can. The answer is yes, we can, but you have to go to the source code that is in a higher level of your fifth body level, where it can be changed. Okay, so but thing is, we can say custom made destiny. It's possible, yeah. But thing is that normally you don't, because then you have to drop that agenda and things like that. And on that level, many things is possible in the spiritual level, I'm telling you. So it is also possible that two life experience can be clubbed up into one. Because suppose you don't want to take another life, there was a plan, but you don't want, they can bring it forward and make it happen in this life and finish it up. Many things are possible, okay? But at the soul level, it cannot be governed by your ego. It cannot be governed by the control. And those kind of things are not possible by fear, feeling unsafe, and getting negative things about life. The key of those is love of your life, love of your higher self, love of the higher power that is possible through channeling that power consciously, and then this success will start happening. This you start that by, I'm now giving the solution to get that what you want in life, asking it simply from the universe. And whatever you want, go with the affirmations that I am this. Okay, I am is a very powerful words to bring the power of consciousness to you. Okay, not by asking and controlling somebody else or the situations. Yeah? Invoke the power. Come to a vibration when you attract that vibration, and that will be manifested in your life. Yeah? So those the affirmations, and you will get it, and you will do that. And this process will happen when you trust the universe. You cannot apply your childhood conditioning to the universe, because universe gives you what is the best possible for you at that moment. If you trust the universe, you will get everything. Universe is running all the full world and everything else in your body itself. Your heart is run by the universe. How much blood it will pump, and how much intelligence you will have, what will be your breathing rate, and everything. How your hand will grow up to how much. You will never say somebody's hand is growing to 10 feet. Yeah, the finger stops at somewhere. Everything is controlled by the universe, by some code. And if you trust that universe, it can very easily run your life as per your soul's plan. Okay, so it is easier to let go of your control and go with the flow. And whatever you want, by affirmation, by this, you ask the universe, you will be given. If you go to the purity and the vibration, you just take one step, the divine, the universe will come 10 steps down to you to deliver you what you want. But the technique is not by controlling. Technique is just by being in the pure vibration and law of attraction. All right, with this, I'll conclude this. And in the second half, we'll go for the question answer and the further discussion. Om Mangalam.
Guruji, hello.
Yes, Chaitali.
Guruji, would you please explain that universe part again?
Yeah, I will. Let people join, then we'll start. Okay.
Thank you, Guruji.
God bless.
Guruji,
Yeah, just let people join, then we'll.
okay.
All right, let us start our session. First, Chaitali, I will explain about that universe part again. And Monali, you go ahead with your.
Yes, Guruji, I wanted to ask regarding this universal, how to manifest this, that only. I just wanted to
Okay.
little bit more clarification.
Okay, sure. I will do that. Okay. And in between, anybody else wanted to ask anything? Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, Jayanto, go ahead.
Actually, I fully agree with the part that at some point of time, when we want to control the thing through our ego, some point of time it comes to a dead end. And after that solution part, what you have told, that's it will happen as per soul plan. And next you have told that soul plan also can be changed by going to fifth dimension level. So that part, if you give me the solution part in a better way so that we can implement.
Okay. All right. Good. Thank you. So all three of you basically asking because that link will be over, so I hurried up at the end. So let me, and as we need more explanation on that, I fully understand, and we'll go into that doing that. Okay. So first, what I was mentioning that many of the things is not happening in our lives because the primary reason for those are not as per our soul's plan. As simple as that. If something is not in our plan, it will not happen. Suppose if I
करेगा
Okay, so if suppose I chosen to live in say where suppose I chosen to live in say Kuala Lumpur, and I wanted to see the Big Ben every day. So that is not possible. No? So because I have already chosen some city, it doesn't have that. Yeah, so that thing, if it doesn't matter how much I try, so it will not happen. So originally, if I have chosen to stay in London, then maybe it is possible that every day I can visit that the Big Ben and go like that. I just give an example so that you understand from soul point of view that you have chosen one territory, but your expectation is something which is not matching with your original plan. Then it will be difficult for you to get that thing to make it happen in that particular life. So the solution is it is not a solution because it is not a problem. Problem means if you have to come to our original source plan and let our soul consciousness, our higher self take over our life's journey, whatever occurrence in the life, then our life will be smoother. It will happen because it will automatically grow. Like it is a flow of a river. If a river flows in a particular, the channel, particular path, same river to flow in that will not an issue. It will automatically happen. If we wanted to divert it, we have to change something. River is going that way. I want it to take it reverse course or take some other direction. Then you have to do a lot of effort, and most likely will fail. It will still go the direction it originally it was. It means to go. So that is the time. It is. That's what the key lies into having to go and let our soul take over. We have to hand over because we don't bring too much of our free will to come and disturbing its path so that we get only delayed. So that is the thing. So go with the flow is simply means let the forces of life itself to take over where it is planned to go originally. It has got that, and let it go, and it will take you much better place automatically. You need not to do anything or force anything. You need not to manage anyone or anything or the control anyone. You have to simply do your bit, do your duty, do your normal course of work. It will take you wherever you need to be. Okay, or it will appear some person who need to be in your life, and then you address it in the as and when things comes, and it will take you with that way. But what other things I said that you can change your soul's plan? Those are, I said, that is a possibility. That's not a solution. So I'm not asking, it cannot be done by everybody. It needs a very high level of spiritual attainment to go and somebody to do that. So, or it needs that huge effort from your side to come to the vibrational level so that higher dimensional beings and the masters can help you to get to reprogram your life in the midway. At the end of it, you have a full power, so that then to design the next plan. But changing course in between, like I have given the example of you wanted to, see Big Ben every day, but the place you are living is Kuala Lumpur, so that is not possible. But it is only possible when you relocate to London and take another job or another, do some work there, and on that it is possible. But whether this shifting is necessary, and you then rest of the parts, whatever you like to have the Kuala Lumpur, you have to leave it there, and you have to leave everything, go there and start that fresh. Whether it is necessary, whether it is possible, but whether it is you really need to do that, and so that depends. It is so that is a type of realignment is needed at the soul level if you want to check that course correction. But that is the way. Not about complaining why not I'm not been able to see or try to control things in that. It will never happen the way we want it. So, but if the fundamentally at the program level, it can be changed, but it is not easy, and it is level a very high level of attainment. It is not a solution. It is just to say that it is a possibility. In the higher level, everything is possible. So that from that angle, I just explain it to you. But it doesn't come as a solution. going to the level of fifth body and to change that, your soul's plan, is not an easy task. So you need to be having that kind of attainment to go there and do that. So keep that apart, keep that possibility apart. So what I here recommend is at least you let your soul's plan to take over and let your ego get dropped from the middle. Because otherwise the desires and other things of your ego will just delaying your normal progress of your life, and you're delaying getting whatever you are supposed to get into this life itself. So that is, as I given an example, that if your life path you have chosen to be a sports champion, but you are trying business here and there, you have no time for the sports, then most of the time you'll feel roadblocks, because as per the design you have been meant to be, you have been given mind, body, and intelligence to fit with, to be a sports person. But you are trying to pursue something which will not happen, because your system doesn't meant to that. Suppose you have been born to the abilities of a fish, you are supposed to be swimming in the water, and you should not be given a task to climb a tree. You will be typically failure. Whether a monkey, we can be easily climb a tree but cannot go underwater and stay there for 1 hour. So it is, we have been from the beginning, we're designed in a certain way. So if you change it at your own will to have to wish fulfillment, it may not happen. So that's why I give an example of this fish and monkey, so that you understand that from where it is coming. Is the fish, if fish climbing, the desire to climb is wrong? May not be, but he's not equipped to do that. So you have to wait for the next life. Maybe the fish will born as something else, and then it can climb, like it will born as a squirrel, and that can be, it can climb, but not in that life, because it in that life already designed in a certain way. So that is the background of saying that you have to follow your soul's path. But as a fish, there are many other things rather than climbing the tree. There are many other things. Sports can be done within water, and simply pursue that and enjoy life, rather than asking for something which you are not equipped with. So that is the point. All right. So any other questions you have? Vidyaji?
Yes, what I wanted to know is that how do we know what is our soul's plan?
That's yeah. So that you have to ask your soul, and that is the time you have to establish, communicate with your higher self, and that is the all sadhana is all about. Whole spirituality is all about how we establish connection with our higher self, with our soul consciousness. That is the purpose of the spirituality. So, and not only the connection, it should be two-way communication, so that you can know the soul's plan. Every day when we go for the expanded awareness, then one part at a time I say that now you ask your higher self, whatever you need to know right now to be revealed to you, because all our journeys are unique. Now, it is not same for everybody, so I cannot guide you. Now you ask this question to yourself. So, and that is the time you get that, and wherever you want it to be, whatever you like to know, it should come to you. So that is the way. And how much it happens depends on how much we work on ourselves, how much we are able to quieten our mind. That is called sadhana. Sadhana, I call it, sadhana is all about how much control over our mind, the thoughtless state we are able to hold. That is our sadhana. The rest of the things will automatically happen.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. God bless you. Okay. Any further question? Yes. All right. So if there is...
Now, Guruji, I have a question.
Yes,
If in difficult situation, we do take some actions for damage control and all that, to some extent, our ego is also playing. But is that entirely our ego's play, or it is our senses telling me that you should take this action or that action?
Okay, now this is a good question. Now let me address it properly. I'm not saying all whatever you are telling, all whatever your ego is doing is wrong. Okay, I'm saying the ego should be the servant of our soul consciousness, our higher self. Ego should follow what our plan is and implement it. We need ego to operate in the external world. We need to plan something
Yes.
practically and all those things. So if you're asking some question for the betterment, that is ego should be involved there. That
Yes.
is, we are not saying completely ignore that. Even you have been given this mind, body, intellect to operate in the external world. You need them. You need ego.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Only thing is, I'm not talking about the whole ego itself. I'm talking the aspirations of controlling things and the
Okay.
way to achieve the outcome. That controlling part comes from the ego. That does not mean everything is ego is bad. Okay. You have to be careful that you are not allowing ego to take over that control part of it,
Yes.
because that is the time ego inject too much of expectations in our lives, and that expectation they didn't meet, we get unhappy.
Thank
Our
you.
unhappiness in our life not come from that from outside. It comes from our expectations we didn't meet. Their expectations are created by our ego. So if our expectations are controlled and fully aligned with our life plan, then we'll have no problem. We'll go as per our life path and achieve whatever purpose of our this life is.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. God bless you. All right. So we'll then now we'll go for our, as I said, we'll have a full moon meditation. So today in this full moon meditation, so we should first we have to, wherever you are change your direction if you are not already towards the east. Okay. And if